Good morning. Welcome back to my space. This is Tarot Oracle and Runes by Lana at Lighthouse. So, guys, this is going to be a little bit different of a reading this morning. We're going to talk about the past, what Spirit wants you to know, what you've healed, maybe some truth oracle, and try to give you some answers and guidance on where to go next. So, for the recent past, we have a change in the wind. Things are changing energetically. And this is a 3 card. 2 plus 1 is 3. So some kind of a change that you've recently experienced is changing your direction, in the direction that Spirit is wanting you to go. Okay? And they're just wanting to remind you to breathe, because you're getting in touch with your divine feminine energies. And this is all like a beginning. We've got 3, 9, 10, 11. We've got 11, and then we've got a 2 card. So you've gotten some messages maybe that you weren't aware of from your spirit guides, letting you know that this change was coming. They're reminding you to breathe and be coming in touch with those feminine energies, because at the end of it, you're going to discover something about yourself or about where you're going that's going to fill your heart with joy. Let's see, we got all the hearts here, and is going to bring you to some kind of a treasure within yourself, some kind of knowledge that you haven't realized was there. Okay? And Spirit wants you to know that there's a father figure, or I'm feeling like it's actually maybe an ancestor has come in to maybe on your father's side. A father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable, and that it can be tapped into at any time for whatever reason, whether your father is still here or has passed. A father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. So some ancestor is one, or a father that's passed, or a father figure that's passed, is wanting you to know that they're supporting you. Okay? And then I found it kind of ironic that we got the breathe card right underneath the breathe card. Okay? You know, sometimes there's a message this way too. So the breath is the vital bridge between your body and soul. It's the connection between the inside and the outside. And it connects you to the universal spirit and the divine source, because breath is what keeps us alive, right? So the breath permeates your entire being with prana, which is the same life-giving force that nourishes everything on the universe. So you've got a double dose of that, remembering to breathe and know that you're here for a reason. And you've got support. And again, that's where I think this father figure is coming in. You've also got angels. You see, she's got this angel sitting on her shoulder, these angel wings, wanting her to know that something's brewing below the surface and that she's got support. Okay, so people come into your life for many different reasons. Sometimes you learn from them, and and then they move on, while others return often because you need to learn more from those individuals. Others remain beside you throughout your entire life. So just remember, there's a lesson somewhere in this. Rather, this was a change that you walked away from, or that they walked away from, or maybe you moved, changed jobs, and they're just wanting you to know that some people are here for a reason, not a season. Okay? And then we've got inner strength. Strength comes from many sources, and staying strong brings confidence, conviction, and a balanced body, mind, and spirit. Spirit has its own, or soul. Spirit has its own unique and beautiful way of replenishing your soul with strength on a continual basis. You're never really alone, as we are always with you. So again, I'm picking up on that energy of someone that's passed on, or some angels. Actually, I'm feeling like there's some angels coming in. I've been getting a lot of Yep, I just mentally saw one in my head. So it feels like there's a lot of angel love or protection around you at this time, through some changes that you might not have expected you were going to go through. And they're wanting you just to breathe and let these changes take place. Okay? Let's see what you might be healing from with this. Again, guys, this is a reading for the collective. It may or may not resonate for all of you, but there are a lot of energetic changes going on with all the planetary things we've got, and it does affect us. Just like the moon's tides affect us, so does the planets and the going in and out of the zodiacs. And, you know, we've got a lunar and solar eclipse coming up, and this is going to be a dynamic month to feel a lot of changes. They're telling me to move these. They do want to remind you that you have support all around you. even support that you're not seeing or feeling at this if you're not in, really tapped into your own intuition or the shifting energies, but you actually see them with your physical eyes and realize that they're happening. They're just wanting you to know that they're there and that they're guiding you. Okay. Oh, we got the ripple effect on that cut and the water carrier. So let's see what you might be healing from as we go into the future. What is it they want you to know? Let's see underneath what you might not be aware of yet. Keep the big vision, stay in alignment as you grow. So don't get caught up in the details, they're saying, because some of you, okay, so they're showing me like a jigsaw puzzle. Everybody's on a different path, and the answers are within you, and they're going to come to you at different times, depending on where you are in your path. And they're wanting you to just keep whatever big goal it is that you have for yourself. They're wanting you to keep in alignment as you grow. Making waves, momentum is building. It's your time achievement. So just like I've been talking about now for quite a while over the past 2 years, I feel like a lot of spiritual leaders, so sorry guys. I feel like a lot of spiritual leaders don't realize that they're yet spiritual leaders. I feel like a lot of people are going to be moving. And it feels like some of you, you're being called to move to a new place, a new time frame. And when you move, that's when a lot of those those shifts come in. They're saying something about ley lines. There's like guys, I don't talk about ley lines too much, but ley lines are powers within the Earth's grid, that are places where you can get triggered, where you can have, maybe you have, okay, so someone's going to move somewhere where they're going to have more psychic visions of where they're being led to. And this is really going to open up your chakras, they're saying. And the energy is going to expand when you make this move of some sort. Whether it's mental, emotional, actually physically. You're being called to go towards some kind of light. Something that's going to light you up on the inside. That's going to make you, not make you, but it's going to change your perspective and the way you see things. Planetary wave. Soul mission, trust the inner call, soul team. A lot of people are going to be going through this over this year. And some of you might, okay, so they're saying some of you might feel like you're kind of really small on the planet right now. But when you step into this energy and this energetic pattern that opens up, I was just talking about that on a reading when I did that candlelight reading the other evening. And I was pointing to my fairy lights behind me. And it's like something's happening within the collective, in the synapses, in the way your brain, like we're leveling up, we're living more, starting to live more in the 5D of seeing things as energy and how it affects us and how we're moving forward. And a lot more of you are going to find that you're being called for a bigger purpose in life, a bigger mission. And you're going to meet other people that are on that mission, even if they have a different perspective than you do. You're going to find there's key points, they're saying, that those missions, that those people they're on the same wavelength. They're going to find your tribe. You're going to find the people that you want to move forward with, people that will resonate with you. Okay. Must be underneath. Okay. New beginnings, a new way forward. So again, I'm feeling this energetic shift, and to see all the energy around her, when she's like kind of standing still, but she's like open to the change, but she's still kind of I feel like she still has a little bit of doubts here, because she's not sure she's seeing what she's feeling, but she is. Okay. So some of you are like, it feels like you're like partway there, and another shift or two, maybe throughout the next 3 months, they're saying, you're going to feel more of that. And instead of having one arm open, one arm closed, you're going to have both arms open. Okay. You're going to be more, and that's in a, allegorical way. In other words, you're going to be more open, because you're going to start seeing the signs and synchronicities around you. All right. That's what they're saying on that one. Psychic abilities, acting on visions, it's destined. What was I just saying? Okay. So some of you are definitely going to be having more visions going into the future. So maybe this is also a shift in the way you've thought in the past. And they're also saying some of you are going to feel more of these ancestral energies coming in. Transcending on the bottom of the deck here. This is the Time Traveler's Oracle by Denise Lim, which talks about picking up energies and learning different things from different energetic patterns and different places that you read about, learn about. Maybe some of you go on a research hunt to figure out what's going on with these. Maybe some of you even take up an interest in astrology in a way that you haven't before, or you're wanting to pick up some kind of research on what is, because you're feeling things on an energetic, again, that synapses, or that energetic, I saw the Truth card go by, the Freedom card go by. Some of you are going to, I feel like, do some kind of research or something. Something's going to happen, something you see, hear, something is going to trigger you. And when you start doing some research, you start realizing, and you're protected too, you're going to start realizing, I think is that the magic card, I feel like some of you too are also going to start realizing that some of this stuff is resonating more than what you feel like it did in the past, because your inner light body is starting to feel those energetic shifts. Because, you know, guys, sometimes when we move to a different place, or we move, or we change jobs, or somehow we shift the way we, like, say you've been living your life a certain way for 5 years, and all of a sudden you feel called to suddenly change jobs because it no longer feels right, or it's been building, and you just know it doesn't feel right anymore, and you decide to make a change, and then all of a sudden you feel that energy change from the day one on the new job, or the day one in the new place, or maybe you go to a certain store all the time, and you're like, I'm just tired of going to that store all the time, and you change up where you go. Maybe you go to a different park, or a different church, or a different store you shop, and the whole feeling of it strikes you in a different way than it never did before. And it opens up your heart chakra. It brings in a lot of vitality, okay, of just making this one or two changes that, and you suddenly start seeing puzzle pieces fall into place, bringing you a lot more success, a lot more expansion. Feeling your energy in a different way. Life force energy. It also feels like this card feels like that there's like connecting to nature more, feeling your energy and vitality, everything expanding in a way you didn't before. And I feel like this is going to happen for some of us sooner rather than later. And you start putting some of those little pieces together, and it just starts talking to you in a different way. And it also brings in abundance in a different kind of way, okay? Maybe you move from one part of town to another part of town, or another place that hits you energetically different. It starts bringing in a lot more abundance, which also tells you that things have changed, okay? It might even... the guidance here might also be for you to start planning how you want to see more happiness, more joy, more, maybe even leave out some situations with people. You know, sometimes when we start changing, people drop off, jobs change. I know I've had that happen. You know, I always like to say, guys, anytime when I do a reading and certain energies come in, and I know I've been there, done that, I know I'm not the only one, okay? We're all human. We all are on our own path, and things change. And the way we even, maybe you even change up how you even start planning how you want to move into the future, okay? And whatever that is, it's, you know, what led up to it was all this new way of looking at things. I feel like this is all a perspective and a physical and mental change. And they're wanting you to know that you're going to be protected while this is going on. Okay? Remain flexible to let those energies push and pull you the way you feel called to go. Also take time to be playful. I was trying to remember what Cian had a particular name for this. She gave a particular name to this card. And this is just reminding you. Also, this... Oh, okay. So there's a rune on here, guys. When you turn it upside down, this is a rune that has to do with touching the divine. Okay? So you might also start feeling, okay, so they're saying something about, instead of being so serious, you let more light in by being more playful and not focusing so hard on how, why, or when the energy hits you, but just knowing where to go intuitively, and listening more to the divine during moments when you're not as aware of it. But then, like, maybe you go somewhere you haven't been in a while, and then, like, within a couple of days of that, you realize something happened while you were there in that space that changes how you are seeing things. And then all this other stuff really starts making sense. Okay? This morning they're wanting me to pull some runes. Guys, I scry through my runes, so they don't, I don't always get the traditional meaning of the runes when I pull them. Oh, okay, I've got a guide coming in. Hang on, guys. They're saying just, okay, let's see. Okay, so then we have Jera. Jera is the rune of harvest. Okay, so I feel like when you get to this point, again, you harvest something that you did not see coming. So this kind of feels a little bit like what you did not see coming. And she's like right up in my ear, guys. Thank you, guide. I appreciate you being here. So we also have moving forward. Some of you, I'm hearing a trip around the sun. So some of you between now and a year going into the future, they're saying, you aren't even going to recognize, some of you are not going to recognize yourself and how far you have come, okay? Because you close something, you leave something behind that is no longer the person that you're meant to be. Again, I'm feeling on that spiritual leaders or even people that are part of this planetary wave group energy. Guys, I've been talking about that for a while. You become way more tuned into your guides when your ears ring, your dreams, to visions that you get, signs and synchronicities, billboards. They're saying some of you start paying attention to billboards. They're literally showing me some signs that I saw in Mississippi before I moved here, and they're saying so these feel like definitely some guides coming in. Some of you live in bigger cities. Those of you that live in the bigger cities, you're going to start seeing some billboards that are going to start pointing you in the direction they want you to go. They're saying pay attention to that. So that's a message for someone. And there we have that rune. Okay, I'm going to read you all this rune. I see this as connection with the divine. Okay, and it is on this card. Of course, people used to look at it like this. It's the peace sign, right? But we're going to put it right here. And I'm going to read you all this card. And this is from the Ralph Bloom. I also have Serona Knight here, who's another. I finally got a copy of. Guys, this is my second copy. I wore this copy out. I was lucky to get one from somebody online. It's almost brand new. It's never really been used. And I'm absolutely delighted that I have it. And it was kind of hard to find too. So and this protection rune is also on page 111. If anybody follows angel numbers. So, control of the emotions during times of transition, which we've been talking about that, right? Shifts in life course accelerated. Self-change is important, not to collapse yourself into your emotions, the highs as well as the lows. So stay balanced, guys. New opportunities and challenges are typical of this rune, and with them may come trespasses and unwanted influences. Algiz serves as a mirror. Guys, if y'all been watching my channel for any length of time, I've been getting a lot of the reflection from the Truth Oracle deck, and they're pointing this out to me. Whose battle is always with yourself. The warrior's protections, like the curved horns of the elk or the warning rustle of the sedge grass, for both serve to keep open space around you. Remain mindful that timely right action and correct conduct are your only true protection. If you find yourself feeling pain, observe the pain, stay with it. Don't try to pull down the veil and escape from life by denying what's happening. You will progress knowing this is your protection. So this is talking about leaving behind the old you and stepping into the new you, regardless of what comes. Of being open to the changes to have the most effect in where your soul, your higher self, and your guides are telling you to go. What else? And then we have the success room. And just as a little reminder, when you step out of the bright sun and step into a dark room, take a moment to gain your bearings before you take a step forward. Make sure that your eyes have adjusted to the light so you can better see what's around you. That's a very distinct message for someone. And going into the future with clear, concise messages from your guides. They're wanting you to know that they are all around you, including one or two ancestors that really have your best interest at heart, and they can, from up above, they can see the path that you're on, and they are with you and following you every step of the way. Some of you may even more so be pulled into picking up on energies from the ancestral realm. So that feels like a message for some of the spiritual leaders in the future. Some of you are going to really be picking up where some of your ancestors in the past left off, because they didn't run out of time, but it was times of where there was a lot of more strife. So do some of you have relatives that were back in the past during maybe some of the world wars, or times where it was hard to make movement because of what was going on around them, which is the message of keep things open around you. Don't get caught up so much in the details that it's harder for you to move forward, because they're passing the torch to you. Is a very distinct feeling I'm picking up on, and they're wanting you to know that now it's in your hands. Okay, some of you, it is now in your hands, and they want you to keep everything open around you. Listen to the messages as you step into the next part of your journey. Okay, and I'm hearing, okay, does anybody remember the old Motel 6 commercials with Tom Bodette saying, "We'll keep the light on"? They will help keep the light on within you and give you courage and remind you whenever something does feel like it's stuck or not moving smoothly, that they are behind the scenes in the process of laying, putting the puzzle pieces and changing up the energy so that they can make it more smooth as you go into the future, because it's the time. It's that time. Okay, let me pull a couple of the we're having a snow day today, guys. We didn't have no snow for weeks. And then last night, snow came in. And now we've got like 6 inches on the ground. And it is, in fact, I'm just going to pull this up so y'all can see. I don't know if y'all can tell or not. It is snowing out there. And I have a sleeping cat. All right. So this is a day to stay indoors, stay warm, and pick up messages. So I'm going to pull a couple of these as extra messages. They've been having me work a lot with this deck lately, guys. So let's see underneath. Some of you might be having some kind of third parties going on. Maybe some of you are walking away from a relationship that's got a third party going on, or somebody's not paying as much attention. I'm not really sure. You take that one how it feels to you. For some of you, that might be a message. Some of you might be something going on at work, something on at home, something you're seeing happen to somebody else. Okay, and just take that however it is. There might be some truths that you're seeing regarding this card with the poison, fertility, lie, snake. You might feel like somebody's working against you, or you might be seeing where something wasn't quite true. Okay, and this feels like something from the past, because it's dark here with the door right here. You might have a, okay, so they're saying something about a memory, touching somebody or talking to somebody, and you remember something and realize that you were right about something. And it might be a short time ago, it might be a long time ago. But with this being the red here with the rose, is feeling like you chose yourself over all this. Okay. Surrender, open up, release. So that's a message here for someone. Something from the past might be holding you back. Something that happened a long time ago that you haven't healed from. And they're wanting you to heal this, whatever this is. Because it's blocking maybe your heart chakra. And when you realize what it is, you let it go. Okay, you didn't realize you were carrying this forward with you. Again, now we've got the shadow card. The other side, coexist, reverse. So again, it feels like there's an ancestor or a loved one coming in with this message for you. Some of you might even see something. Circulation is really standing out to me on this card. So you might hear something on the grapevine or hear something in gossip that you don't think about at the moment, but sometimes it somehow makes you think about a memory or something. Again, miss you, wait, eager. Again, it feels like we've got somebody that's passed on that is just wanting you to realize that they're wanting you to just shift your attention to this, to heal it and let it go in some sort of way. Guys, that whole message goes together right there, okay? Somebody that got hurt by something that you're carrying it like a badge of honor, and you need to let it go. Okay, so that's 3 different passed on loved ones that are coming in, and it's the core of the problem within you. They're wanting you to know that that's what you need to let go of. You need to open up this space around your heart. Wide awake, clean, decisive, firm. So at the end of that, when you realize what it is and that you've been carrying this, you release it, and now all of a sudden the light comes in. See how the light's coming in around her? This is like a wake-up call. So that's definitely a message for somebody. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to leave it right there. This is what's behind the scenes. This is where you're going towards your journey, and this with the wisdom of the oracle, that's the recent past. Okay. All right, guys. Be a light in the darkness.